In this video, I'd like to show you how to do some symmetry and patterns in Fusion as it relates to jewelry and as it relates to this assignment. So I'm going to start a new document, and I'm going to save this as symmetry, and patterns, jewelry, and save it to your turn-in folder. Alrighty, I'm going to start by getting a sense of scale. So I'm going to start a sketch on a plane, and I'm going to draw a rectangle that is 1.5 inches tall and 1 inch wide, about the size of a small-ish, actually kind of largest earring. Alrighty, now we're going to start with a circular pattern. I'm going to do a circle, and I'm going to make this one pretty small. And then I'm going to use a concentric circle, C for circle, and I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to create some sort of pattern I can copy around this circle. You could do other circles, you could do rectangles, triangles, whatever you think. I think this looks a little cool. I'm going to do a sun sort of pattern like that. And I'm going to use offset to create the other side. And then I'm going to create a rounded top to it, which you don't need to do, by using a circle and a tangent command. Oop, first I need to do a coincident command, and then a tangent command. We don't want that to happen. The other way I did it was maybe easier. I'm going to do a line, click and hold to the other side, and that's a little bit easier to make like that. Alrighty, now I'm going to do a circle command. Whatever you've got, as long as you select a circular pattern, you're going to first select the object you'd like to copy. 1, 2, 3. Select the center point here, which is any circle. 3 is boring, I think. 40 is too much. 30 looks pretty good. I like that. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to make room for a little attachment point for jewelry here. That looks good, about like that. A little worried it's going to break on the top, so I'm going to sneak it down a little bit here and expand. I don't think it matters too much if it's very close to these, but I don't want it to break at the top. Okay, let's make this one. Finish sketch, E for extrude. I'm gonna go with eighth of an inch for everything here, 0.125. And oops, that was 124. And okay, now it's pretty hard to select and make the contrasting wood in here, so I'm going to turn my sketch back on. No, turn off that one, sorry. Start a new sketch on the surface, and then P for project include, bodies filter, and click on this, and click OK. Now I have the inside I can also extrude. E for extrude, click on the inside shape, and looks like I want to go minus 0.125, and I don't want to join. I want a new body. Is that correct? Yes. It's kind of fun to do contrasting wood colors in here. If you hit shortcut A on your keyboard, it'll pull up all the appearance tab. And if you find your way down here towards wood, I'm going to just choose a random whitish wood. And then I'm going to also choose a random darkish wood and make 2 contrasts. That's almost like too much of a contrast. I think I want to try something. Oh, I don't like the red. Anyway, I'm getting too picky. I'm going to just leave it at mahogany, glossy. Yeah, let's stick with walnut. Okay. So that's your first one. It's kind of fun to make 2 of them to show you're making a pair of earrings. M for move copy. Click on that. Create copy, and drag it over so you've got another one right there. You also could do a mirror image, which I think might be a little bit better in this case. So I'm going to do an offset plane from something in this axis, come on over to here, and then create mirror. And we'll mirror this body and this body across our mirror plane. And click OK. Alrighty, now we are going to do a rectangular pattern, which is not the most natural choice for earrings or jewelry, but it might be something to try. So I'm going to create a sketch on a plane, and I'm going to draw, I'm just going to do like a simple little rectangle shape here. Something like that. Maybe do some circles in it. And then also a mounting circle here. Let's see, this one needs to come down a little bit. This one needs to come down a little bit. And then I'm going to do create rectangular pattern. I'm going to copy this shape, and I'm going to go a very short distance, 0.5, and 0.4 for equal spacing. That looks good enough. And then in the other direction, I'll do go a little bit farther. 1. Looks like we got to go -1. Oh, I'm making dominoes. I didn't realize that. -1, -0.9. And it'll look less like a domino if I do like 6 of these. Still looks a lot like a domino. That's all right. Okay, I made a domino. And we're going to go E for extrude and 0.125. And you could have just holes for this one, or it might be kind of cool if there was a contrasting wood on the inside. In which case, start a sketch here. This is very much like dominoes. P for project include, click on here. E for extrude, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Which way am I going? -0.125. And new body. Okay, and then we could do A for appearance and make this a dark wood and or light wood, and this a dark wood. Ooh, that would be pretty impossible to laser cut because you'd lose all the tiny little holes in there. So maybe we'll just keep those as holes by deleting that last command. Okay, I don't know. I guess maybe someone would like that. Next one I want to do is just general symmetry. I'm going to start a sketch on a plane and do a symmetrical shape. So to start a symmetrical shape, I'm going to start with a center line down here, and hit escape to get out of my line tool. Click on the line and hit X on the keyboard to make it a dotted line. Then I'm going to do some sort of shape on one side of the line. And maybe something like this. And then I'm going to use mirror symmetry. Click on that line, copy it across the middle. Let's do both lines. Okay, and then I'm going to make a mounting hole as well. E for extrude, click on this shape, 0.125, new body, okay. E for extrude, go back and turn on your sketch, click on this shape, 0.125, new body, okay. Appearance, dark wood on the middle, light wood on the outside. Looks pretty cool. Let's make 2 of them. Offset plane, here, put it next to it, get a mirror image of this, create mirror 1 and 2, select mirror plane, 2 of them now. Alright, those are the most earring-like earrings I think so far. Not that I'm an expert. And I want to try pattern on path next. So I'm going to start sketch on a plane. And the first thing I want to do is draw a sort of asymmetric shape. Maybe something like that. And maybe something like that. Let's put a mounting hole on it. And then do some sort of interesting shape over here. Don't know what I'm going to do yet. And and this needs to be really small if we're gonna make a bunch of them. Ooh, maybe like a little, something like a little wing shape would be kind of fun. All right, finish sketch. E for extrude. Make this 0.125, and okay. And then E for extrude, turn on previous sketch, 0.125, new body, okay. Pattern on path doesn't exist in Sketch as far as I know. It only exists in 3D. So I'm going to start with this being, start with this being a color, so it's a little easier to see, and this little guy being a color here. And then let's make a bunch of them. I don't know that I love this shape, but that's okay. It's just an example. I'm going to go to create pattern, pattern on path. And I'm going to grab this little shape and select this little path and do a just a distance of 0.1, 0.3. Quantity of, oh, there we go. It's showing up really small. Let's go 2, 1.8, quantity of 10. And these aren't quite showing up in the right spot, so I might want to mess around with path direction. There we go. Path direction makes it look a lot better. That's pretty cool. Alrighty, so that's a nice little shape, pattern on path, and we're going to now combine and cut. Let's modify, combine, and cut. We want to cut this body using all of these bodies as a tool. Oh, I love this one. We're gonna make this for sure. Now we got some holes there, and it makes this nice little pattern along there. Let's do a mirror image, offset plane from this one, bring it on over, click OK, and create mirror. Copy object across mirror plane, and OK, those got a little farther apart, so I'm gonna bring this back and make them closer together like that. Okay, that is a quick example of how to do patterns and how to make some jewelry in the process.